I think this is cool that I came back from our earlier chat. It's like 70 minutes later. Hi guys, it's like 70 minutes later, and some of you are still in here hanging out talking. That's fun. I like that. Hey Kaiser, and Uchiha, and Voodoo Bob. Hey, Big Mac, good to see you. And Glenn, excuse me, and Jiraiya. Oh, one of the legendary Sanin is here. Yeah, I thought this is, again, I like the idea. We have a lot of fun in these just random chats, you know, just Wild West chats. I like these. Sorry, what's the matter? What happened? What happened? Make us say fuck. Let's see if just having a regular old sit around and chat, if YouTube can figure out a way to block us for that too. Because I'm probably doing maybe YouTube has copyright ownership over me. I hadn't thought about that. That might be what it is. Hi, Michelle. Just a random thumbnail, Mr. Zambarell. I just like mixing them up, and so I thought, hey, this will be the chat bat. I don't even know what the fuck that means exactly, but I thought it was funny. Well, thanks, Lily. That's very nice of you to say. But I thought it was a wildly random thumbnail to put up for the we do gaming, Purple Pirate. We right now we're playing in the live streams. We're playing Corpse Party. And we want to do I got my list here. We want to do Danganronpa after that, and maybe Undertale, and eventually I want to get back to, some of you guys were with me for it. Remember playing the that Walking Dead Part 1. I want to play more Walking Dead. That game was a blast. How did you make your epic intro? Adobe Aggro? I don't know what you mean. My actual intro for the videos, that was made from a template online. I forgot the name of the site. But yeah, that's just a template. The intro that we use most often. That's what everybody says, Retro Mint Man. Everybody says number 2 is just as good. I've heard mixed reviews on the 3rd, but everybody says that number 2 is really good. Did you hear about the Mexican Highland remake? There could only be Juan. I don't know the way. It's clear that I do not know the way, and that's sad. I played around with, not on a stream, not live. I played around with VR chat a little bit. Apparently, not surprisingly, I went the wrong way. I went to a wrong room or something, because there wasn't much of anybody around when I was playing it. And I guess you got to get funneled back into a better direction, because it was kind of boring. Let's start by looking at tits. Saris, Nami. Oh, Chrome, you know what buttons to push for me. We never have. Well, the titty looking we do, for any of you who aren't regular star streams, Galahad's usually the one who provides us with them. Galahad will give us links to any titties we want to see. However, of course, those I can't put on the stream, but I can't find a compatible template. Geez, I'm trying to remember the name of that site. I'm gonna be taxing my memory here, Toker. Actually, though, they changed the way they did it. They changed the way they do it. Oh my God, why can't I think of the name of that site? Used to be you just, you bought the template you wanted. I think that template cost me like $5. Now I think they moved to that whole crap business model where you have to be a member of the site and pay a monthly fee, and then you can use templates. I'll keep trying to think of it, Toker. Hang on a second, actually, guys. I'll be away from the chat for just a second. Let me look something up, see if I can figure out where I put that link. I haven't used it in so long. I don't know where it would be. God damn it. Let me see if I can find it for you, pal. I'll be right back to the chat, guys. I'm just trying to find this for Toker. God. That's the memory. Well, you guys saw the thumbnail for this chat. Yeah, when you have days like that, this is why you can't remember simple things like the name of that site. And now I can't get it to come up in a search. I'll know it if I see it. God damn it. And I know I had it bookmarked somewhere too, but I don't remember. Not that. Let me try this. Let me see if I'll be right back to the chat, guys. I promise. I'm just seeing if I can find this for Toker. Still get the same results no matter how. There it is. I found it. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna give you the link right now, Toker. It's called. Now, no guarantees, because again, I don't know how it's right there. It's flixpress.com. No guarantees, because I don't know how their business model works now, because it was ages ago that I made it. And back when I did it, again, you could just buy that template, and I think it cost me like $5, $6, something like that. But they have a lot of selection there. Just check that out and see what you think. Me too, Jimmy. Jamie hopes the Jags rate the Pats. My grandson is a huge Jaguars fan. For some reason, now, ever since he was little, I mean, he's only 10 now, but ever since he was little, he always loved the Jags, or always loved football. And his dad's a Bears fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, but he just took to the Jags for some reason. So he's like in his glory. I'm rooting so hard for him. Like I said, especially that could be a badass Akatsuki member. My thing, of course, Hedon had his whatever stake that he drove through his own heart, the whole nine. Everybody's got their own thing. I could have my barbed wire bat. You heard about YouTube's latest dumb fuckery? Oh God, Chrome, I don't know. What are we talking about here? I don't recall anything out of the anything out of the realm of the usual dumb fuckery that would have caught my attention. So what do they do now? I can't even imagine. Jimi Hendrix will and forever be the greatest guitarist of all time. Yeah, I ain't gonna get an argument from me, Noah. If I had to pick greatest guitarists, I don't know that I could pick one, but if the group that you have to pick from would certainly include Jimi Hendrix. So yeah, you're not gonna get an argument here. Logan Paul was banned from Japan. Good. Can we ban him from America too? That would be awesome. Krillin or Papa Franku? I love them both, but I got to give a slight edge to Papa Frank. Less than 1,000 subs, no money or super chat. Really, Chrome? Now I know they had minimums on before you could monetize videos. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I didn't know that. Is there any logic in that though in the super chat? Because okay, when you're dealing with super chat, you don't have advertisers involved at all. Why the hell does YouTube care if people that watch your channel want to donate money through super chat? That makes zero sense. None. Who knows? Somebody way smarter than me has got to figure out the logic of setting standards for super chat. Because again, there's no advertisers involved to be worried about like they always claim they are, which is why. I can give you guys an idea. The other day, just to give you an idea how it is now, I did 105,000 views for the day, and the ad revenue for that day was $19.60 or something like that. It was just under $20. That's not including YouTube Red. That was another 14 or so. But the actual ad revenue was under $20. Thanks, Best Sensei. Laugh my R.I.P. Kakuza, yeah, but Hedon deserves no remorse. Deer will rape his pieces in hell. That whole deer thing was like kind of freaking me out. But then a lot of you guys were explaining to me about deer and the culture of Japan, so it made more sense. It was like, why are they leaving Bambi in charge of making sure his crazy ass doesn't get away? But yeah, check that site out, Toker. Again, I have no idea how they run it anymore because it used to be a la carte. You could just go in. There was a price on the template and you could buy it. I don't know if they're still doing it that way, but maybe it'll work out for you. They did have some good templates though. I hate making intros, and I'm not even particularly good at it, so it was always easier just to make one there. Double A says, what episode are you currently on for Naruto? What did I watch? This morning I watched 116. Fat Boo or Pink Guy. Well, you guys are making this tough. Well, it's tough because one is a flesh and blood character, and the other one's obviously a fictional character. So I got to stick with the flesh and blood guys. But now, if you keep everybody within their same genre, keep the flesh and blood people versus the flesh and blood people, and vice versa, it's going to be tough to beat Fat Boo. I'm almost there. I would imagine you mean in Meeting Pain. I know it's got to be coming up. I was surprised. Well, you guys will see. I say it in the video when it gets posted to the channel. When I skipped that last filler arc, at first I thought I was going to be a little disappointed because I was really looking forward to learning more about the Akatsuki and meeting Pain formally and everything. And so when it started out with that story of Sasuke, I was like, well, it's, I understand. I wanted to learn more about Sasuke and the whole thing with Orochimaru, but man, I want to get to the Akatsuki, but now I'm glad they did it that way. This is fun, and Sasuke putting this team together, this is going to be a blast. I'm really looking forward to that. Pain made you join the Akatsuki side? I'll tell you, the biggest surprise I've had so far in the series, and again, just because you guys know how I feel about things, and when Hidan. When I first met Hidan, and I got that whole, ring your doorbell and let me tell you about the word of Jashin vibe from him, I was like, yeah, this character, I'm not going to like him. But damn, he became one of my favorites. He's really cool. I haven't listened to Howard in ages. I used to listen to Howard Stern religiously. And I even went, when he first moved to Satellite, I got it just to listen to him, but at that time the signal here where I live wasn't good. It's much better now. I should get that back again. What's up, Spezkid?
Oh.
Are you watching the kids for me?
Their mother's here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say he was watching my grandkids for me. Sometimes Spazkid wanders away from things. You just have to check with him.
I like doing things that require effort.
Yeah, Spazkid, the kids are playing near the traffic, and Spazkid just walks away. He's like, oh, doo doo.
They had a good run.
Yeah, jerk. Hey, Diamond Octopus. Jack Queen just said it's behind you.
Where?
Yeah, I heard about Bitcoin. What the hell happened? Hector says Bitcoin died. I just read a headline. I didn't read the article because I wanted to get back into the chat. That Bitcoin took the Well, we had to figure it was coming at some point, right? But they said it just planted. Hidan was the second newest member of Akatsuki too. Was he? That's right. In one of the conversations, I think I might have ended up having to cut it out of the video. That's right. They did say that when they were like their holographic images in the taking down the Two Tails. That's right, they did say that he was the only. Hidan said something about the only one newer than me here, or something like that. Yeah. Bitcoin went from 14,000 to 9,000. Holy shit! You had to figure that bottom was going to fall out, though, didn't you? I mean,
now we gotta invest.
I don't know though. You got to remember the Bitcoin rise was so meteoric. It was so fast that it could still recess a long way.
Or it could go up more.
You do that, Spezkid.
Okay.
Hey, I'll give you some of your college money. You don't get to go if you lose it.
Damn it.
Vegeta vs. Jiren. No, I'm still hoping to get back and watch Dragon Ball Super and pick it up where I left off and watch the whole series, so I don't want to watch anything, that's spoilers. New internet regulars have the same luck and neutrality can return soon. I hope so too, Garrett. It's just absolutely outrageous to me that was ever even an issue, let alone the fact that they eventually shot it down. That's horrific. Terrible. Finally made it to a stream. Oh, good to see you, JoJo. Lord Voldemort or Lord Orochimaru. Well, with me, Michael, that one too is a lot just knowledge. all I know of Voldemort is the little bits I've seen, in the clips that you guys show me during the streams. And Orochimaru is a character that I've really come to enjoy. So I obviously have to lean towards Orochimaru, at least for now. But I do want to watch the Harry Potter movies. Every time I see them, though, it gets me so jazzed up to someday go back down to Universal. Because that Harry Potter section, knowing nothing about the movies or the books, and still that Harry Potter section was an absolute blast. Toker says, when I see a kid in a Lambo telling me how to make bank, I usually think I'm watching an advertisement, then realize it's a video. Skip. Yeah, really, Toker. Oh, wait, Galahad's got a link for me. Now, these, of course, I can't show these on the stream, but this one's extra kinky, so I definitely can't show this one on the stream. All right, let me see. What do we got? Oh, hello. Wow. That's my girl. Doggone. Is it too much to ask that Tsunade would want to, come hang out a little bit? I mean, even the Hokage needs to work off a little frustration and stuff sometimes. And, what better way to work off some frustration than with a little tiny penis? Orochimaru is a trans. I always thought so, Saitama. Right from when I first met him, I was like, oh, there's some traps being set here. Would you bang Howard Stern? Sure. Why not? Somebody's got to do it. Although his wife's gorgeous. What the hell's his wife's name? Isn't that terrible? Right on my head. Beth Ostrowski. She's gorgeous. Jimmy says, I wish they made a tool to make anime girls real. Yeah, that would be a shut up and take my money situation. Yep. Don't care how much. Don't care what kind of whoring myself out I got to do to earn it. You need to take my money for that. Joe says, wiggle, wiggle. Spaz House Hot Wing Eating Contest for Super Bowl. I see, I lose automatically. Toker, I'll tell you guys, I am the biggest pussy you'll ever meet when it comes to hot foods. I can't do it. Spices or anything like that, I just can't handle them. Yeah, I would be out immediately. I'm the biggest puss ever. Anything with a little bit of spice to it, I'm like, my eyes water, my nose runs, I cry like a little bitch. I never been able to eat spicy foods. Have I ever gotten sued in my wrestling career? No. No, I don't know what you mean. I was sued for what? But no, I've never gotten sued. I'd get my Oculus Rift for that. Spaz Kid was just showing me a new game on the Oculus I might get, just because I've told you guys before, the mainstay of my workouts has always been shadow boxing, hitting the bag, boxing related stuff because I enjoy it. And he was showing me this new game they have for the Oculus now that's just a workout game. It's throwing things at you and you got to throw punch combinations to knock out the little things that are flying towards you. Oh yeah, I readily admit it, Big Green. I'm a big puss when it comes to anything spicy. Yeah, I've always looked to think anything like that, anything that's a detriment or that makes you look weak. There's no sense in denying things. I've never, I never got that. It's like, yeah, I'm a pussy. It's no two ways about it. Oh, I wrestled for almost 30 years. Hydraulized. Yeah, love the business. Did Google spoil anything about Naruto for you? Nothing major, Itachi. Like I said, what I get a lot, what annoys me is, because that Quora, or however they pronounce it, Quora, I believe it to be, Quora Digest, where you can ask questions. I've been on there a couple different times, like probably a lot of people have, researching things. So as soon as they, actual research, not just Jiraiya research, that's a different site, but once they get your information or seeing you've been there, you constantly get updated on Quora questions. And now Google takes that information, mixes it with the fact that I watch a lot of Naruto, and so they're constantly popping up in my email with questions about Naruto. And it's like, get the fuck out of my email, because some of the questions are spoilers. But nothing big has been spoiled. Some names, things like that. Do you ever botch a move and hurt someone? I have never. The thing I am most proud about in my career is nobody that worked me ever got injured. You get hurt, but hurt is part of wrestling. I've never allowed anybody to get injured. That was like the number one thing to me. The scariest that ever I think Naruto's parents have been spoiled for. No, I don't. Chrome, that's a question mark moment for me. Naruto's parents. I just drew a complete blank when you wrote that. So if I'd seen something, I'd forgotten it. Which, if I see something in passing, you can bet I'm going to forget it because I have to work on things to make them stick. But the most pain that ever caused me, making sure to take care of my opponent, I'll tell you guys a quick story. We were doing a show one time. Young guy we brought through our wrestling school, great kid. He wrestled as Jeff Starr. We were doing a hardcore match once, and we had a spot set up. We're wrestling, down on the floor, and we're fighting up the aisleway, and there were barricades on both sides. Well, we set up a spot. I'm on the other side, the fan side of the barricade, but way in the back, away from the seats. He's in the aisle. He set up a chair, and he was going to run, pivot off the chair, and flying body press me onto the floor, which that move can hurt anyway. Well, what you have to do is I have to get both feet under him, absorb as much of his initial impact as I can, and then take the bump with him on top of me, but hopefully under control. It's still going to hurt, but you can protect yourself, because he was just a little under 200 pounds. So we went to do the spot. Nobody's fault. Just one of those things, we weren't quite in right position. So he's in the air, and it's like, oh, fuck, he's going to land short. Well, when somebody's in the air, you're one and only... The only thing you have to concern yourself with is don't let the guy in the air get hurt. So I knew it was like one of those things that unfolded in slow motion. It's like when I take a step forward, I can't get planted in time. His body weight's going to hit my chest and throw me right back because I'm not going to have my feet planted. But I got to get under him. I can't reach forward and hope I catch him. So I took that step right before my foot gets down. He hits me. Boom. All the weight took me straight back, and my head went boom off the concrete and just laid the back of my head open. That hurt. I'm lucky I've got and this isn't just this isn't pulling something out of my ass. I legitimately have an extremely thick skull. They've x-rayed it a number of times, and that's one of the places where it saved me. If I didn't have an abnormally thick skull, that probably would have been a lot worse injury than it was. As it was, it split my head open, but I just continued the match and went about my business. Whose bright idea was it to start jumping from top? You mean initially? Gosh, who were the first? Some of the first well-known high flyers, probably mostly the luchadors. The Mexican wrestlers were really big on flying. So were the Japanese. But the luchadors were really big on it. Mil Mascaras was an early flyer in the heavyweight division and stuff. Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's why I can't remember stuff, Jimmy. When they diagnosed me with that post-concussion syndrome, the doctor said that it'll play havoc with your short-term memory, but not so much your long-term memory. And I remember thinking at the time, come on, memory is memory. It can't be, you can't split hairs that definitively, but it's absolutely true. They're 100% right. I still remember, and you guys have seen it, I'm good at trivia. I remember things from my childhood like nothing, but again, to remember a character name that I've been introduced to recently or what I had for lunch, I'm out of luck. I went back too fast. Somebody said they were super high. I didn't see who it was. Oh, I would love to body press Police Girl, Band Angel. Yes, I would. I don't care if she rips my throat out later or what. Oh, love UFC. I love mixed martial arts, Tristan. Yep, love it. Any type of fighting. When was the last time I saw Jeff or what? I talk to Jeff regularly, on Facebook. We're still on social media together and stuff. I haven't seen him personally in a while, but great kid, fantastic athlete. Eddie Guerrero, Frog Splash from my childhood. Now, it's funny, you're talking about my friend Jeff. Eddie Guerrero was a class dude when he had gotten suspended from WWE. I don't know if you guys remember, for having some illicit narcotics. But anyway, he got suspended for a while, so he was working the indies. He worked with Jeff he is such a cool guy, so willing to give of his time. He worked with Jeff for a long, long extended period. He thought Jeff had, what it takes to get there, and Eddie would stay after on shows and work with him and stuff. And guys of that stature, that's not common. Eddie Guerrero was a good dude. Eddie Guerrero was just a good dude, period. Is that her Hitachi? Can someone kick me in the balls? Oh my, Diamond. That's some Pornhub action there. Yeah. Eddie was a class guy. He really was. I'm sad that I never got to meet him. It seemed like every time I was doing shows, I would be booked on something opposite of where Eddie was when he was in this region. I never got to meet him. But all the guys, and I know lots of guys that worked with him, said he was a great guy. It's called Warrior. Warrior. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that one, Tristan. I don't remember it. Wait, what was that? Would you eat something hot off Police Girl's body? Wink, wink. Yes, wink, wink. Toker, I cried for both Eddie and Benoit. So many nights glued to my TV watching them, inspired, honestly, back when I still believed everything, too. But yeah, it was sad. It was. I mean, Benoit's whole thing was certainly fucked up. And it's unfortunate that things turned that way for him. And it's hard to, regardless of anything else, it's hard to have too much remorse when somebody did something as just brutally heinous as what he did. But specifically in Eddie's case, that was just so sad to lose him. And he was just such a good guy. And again, Benoit was a phenomenal wrestler. Didn't have the reputation that Eddie did for being what I had said, just a really good guy, though. And Eddie really was. It was a shame. I can see the future. That's still one of my all-time favorite moments in anything we've watched together. There is a thick Akatsuki member, Big Mac? Okay. I am intrigued. I'll be anxious to see this. My ring name? Yeah, it was Curtis Candy. Yep. Don't skip 119, Seth Fillers, Ken Poyo, Teggins. Well, I'm sure the gang will remind me as we're getting closer and closer to those. I don't even know 119 and 120. I don't remember. Hold on, I'll look on my list if they were listed as filler or not. We had talked about that episode 119 and 120 a long time ago, though. We had a big conversation about it. Where is my list? How'd it go? You kidding? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I've had that list forever. It lists... no, my list doesn't have them as filler anyway. Nope. My list goes from 113 all the way to 143 as stuff that should be watched. Has at least some canon material. So no worries about 119 and 120. Let me catch up, make sure what I missed here. Isn't Stone Cold pretty hard to work with? I don't know a lot of guys that work with him. I just know his reputation from guys being in the locker room with him and stuff. Well, pretty hard to work. His personality can be abrasive. As far as a worker, no, he was a great worker. He was an excellent worker. I mean, he's the kind of guy that did things the right way. But yeah, as far as his personality, I guess that could be a little bit obnoxious from what I've heard. Again, that's, you can't take that to the bank because it's stuff I got all secondhand. But yeah, a lot of people I know weren't too impressed with him as far as his, like I say, his demeanor, his personality. But as a worker, you couldn't fault him. Good guy, did things the right way. Yeah, like I say, 119 and 120 are not listed as filler in my list. My favorite Spaz Boys means, yeah, well, bang, okay. I can't move my body. Fuck you, train. I'm at soup, buttering up the pooper. Yep. I think I'm at soup is pretty much everybody has a love for that one. That's, god damn, that's a funny clip. Who do I think is the, oh, good question, Josh. Who do you think is the best wrestler in the world right now? Boy. So we're going to, and for those of you who aren't wrestling fans, generally if you're talking about best wrestler, you're talking about the combination of everything. Mic ability, in-ring ability, psychology, physicality. Boy, oh man. It's so hard when you talk about bests in something like that. I'll tell you what, this might be a little off topic, but this is the best group of women wrestlers that have ever been around in WWE history as far as I'm concerned. I'll give the girls get a lot of credit. Boy, who is the best right now? Shield members are all good workers. Even Roman, who I know a lot of people don't like, they're really good workers. You know who's a hell of a good worker is Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's an excellent worker, underrated. I mean, even though he gets a lot of attention, underrated worker. The Rock says, "No, you damn roll." Well, bang, yeah, really. I don't know if who do you guys think is the best? Let me put it that way. I don't know if I can come up with a singular best, but like I say, Joe's a hell of a worker. His matches are always wildly entertaining. Yeah, you could pick any one of the members of the Shield. I think they're excellent workers. Roman, again, he's a little. Still to this day, he's not as strong as the other two on the mic, but still a good worker. Jericho, you can't leave him out of it. He still can. He's not even one of my favorites, but man, he can work his ass off. Yeah, I don't know. Those are AJ Styles. Good call, Jimmy. AJ Styles. Now, AJ Styles is a perfect example of somebody that can do everything well. AJ Styles is great on the mic, great physically in the ring. Big deal, puts his opponents over really, really well. AJ is really good. I like Kenny Omega. I don't know if I would put him quite there yet with AJ, but yeah, I like Kenny Omega. But yes, that's my bad for not thinking of AJ. But AJ doesn't have a weakness in his game. You guys are 100% right. I have a lot of appreciation for the guys who take the time to make sure and put their match and their opponent over, and AJ, even as big as he's gotten, is excellent at it. And there are guys who, for whatever reason, WWE didn't get enough push and are really, really good workers as well. The Usos are wildly entertaining. Very good. I think one of them just got a DWI, though, didn't he? So he might be on the shit list for a while. I think one of them just got a DWI, but yes, they're excellent workers, the Usos. Kenny Omega or AJ Styles. I like Kenny Omega. I hate to say AJ because it's like you're disparaging Kenny. At this point, I just think AJ, you guys are probably right. He probably, if you're just going to say the best wrestler, meaning the guy who can do everything well, yes, it's probably AJ. Yep. Finn Balor's excellent too, but Finn's not even close to AJ on the mic. Excellent athlete, Finn is, and fun to watch. But again, if you're going to talk overall best, Finn's not even in AJ's league. I personally don't think. Would be Crazy Canuck, and my finisher would be the Canadian Diving Roundhouse. I like that. Oh, no problem, Nelk. We'll be doing these streams. Again, I had told the gang earlier, for any of you who weren't in the earlier stream, I'm going to do these type of streams rather than specifically like political streams or something, because you can talk. It's more fun to just have a stream where you guys can talk about anything you want. AJ Styles, he is the greatest of all time. Yeah, I can't fault you guys for that. As the current crop, I can give you some wrestlers I think were as good or maybe even a little better than AJ throughout history, but on the current crop, yeah, I couldn't make a cogent argument against AJ Styles. You guys are right. He's very, very good. And it took him long enough to get the recognition he deserves. It's good that he's getting it. I'll tell you, you know who, we got you, Sergio. I see this one. This is the first comment I've seen in years, but I see that one. What was your finish? I used a few different ones over the years. I used something I called the bellyache, which was just a reverse power slam. And I had the punchline, which was martial arts style heart punch. A lot of different things over the years you played around with. Shaq is obviously the GOAT. Triple H in his prime. Triple H is one of those guys, like him or not. You're right, though, Turner. He was somebody who could do everything. He was really good. He's become commercialized, so it's not the in or cool thing to say, but The Rock was brilliant. The Rock could do absolutely everything. And The Rock would put you over like a mofo, too. Nothing to be sad about Braun Strowman being your favorite, Toker. I like Braun a lot. I like Braun just because he's, Braun's job is to play the big man, the big intimidator, and he does it perfectly. He's not supposed, his character doesn't need to be excellent on the mic. He doesn't have to have the best physical abilities. He's got to be big, strong, and menacing. And Braun Strowman puts that over perfectly. There's nothing wrong with him at all. Bret Hart, British Bulldog, HBK, The Rock, Ultimate Warrior, Tatanka, Razor Ramon. What you think? I've worked with Tatanka, nice guy. Razor in his prime, he was a decent worker. Of course, all the drugs and alcohol got to him. Of that list, Ultimate Warrior was great for the business, great showman, not a good wrestler. Bret Hart was a brilliant wrestler. It probably, as far as having everything, believe it or not, I'll still take The Rock out of that group with HBK and Bret Hart right behind him. But I'll tell you, The Rock, again, it's not, I guess it's not the cool or in thing to say because The Rock has become so mainstream, but The Rock could do everything you wanted a wrestler to do and do it well. Braun is a great big man. I agree 100%, Niall. He plays it perfect. But I know Big Show's lucky being big guy. Yeah, see, I think Braun is a better big man than Big Show ever was. And I like Big Show. I like him a lot. And again, things I've learned about them, you know, I know a lot of people that work with these guys. Super, super good guy, Big Show. But I think Braun is a better big man. Late to stream. What I think about Jericho Omega? That was awesome. They put on, for all the hype, Edgar, I thought, man, these guys got a lot to live up to. They lived up to it. That was phenomenal. Excellent match. Kudos to Jericho for putting them over like that. Yeah, it lived up to. If you were starting pro wrestling and you wanted a blueprint for how to construct a match, Jericho Omega. It tells you everything you need to know. Watch it, that would include all the pre-match hype, how the guys work the mic, and how the guys work the show, the psychology of the match. Ken Shamrock was a brilliant fighter, and actually, I think he did a really good job switching over to pro wrestling. Ken Shamrock, I mean, he's not going to be one of the all-time legends of the business as far as being able to do everything, because he was pretty weak on the mic, too. But he did a great job, I thought, of adapting from being, you know, mixed martial arts guy into wrestling. He did an excellent job. Oh, that's a good question, Ducky. He says, if you could have wrestled anyone of your choosing in any match, who would you have wrestled? Well, my favorite wrestler of all time, I was too young to have wrestled, was Bruno Sammartino, because he was from my era when I was a kid. So if you're talking, you know, without being able to turn back the clock, that was in my era, I would have loved to have gotten to wrestle Mark Calloway, The Undertaker. That would have been cool. If I could have had one guy to work, yeah. To say I worked Mark Calloway would have been awesome. I like powerhouse wrestling. I like watching Impact to the mat. Yep. When Braun Strowman power slams someone, I'm always watching boom. Not enough these days. I agree. I love powerhouse wrestling, Toker. That's why I say it's, you know, and again, like you say, you almost feel awkward when you say Braun Strowman's your favorite. But that's, to me, there's nothing to feel awkward about. And that's because you get, well, of course, you get the smarks on the internet that think they know everything. They're like, Braun can't work the mic. Braun's athleticism isn't up there. Yeah, go fuck yourself. That's not what the begin all and end all to wrestling is. It's gimmick. Knowing your gimmick and delivering that gimmick. And Braun does it extremely well. Extremely well. I mean, mine was violence. Everybody had my career was patterned most closely after somebody like Mick Foley. We weren't, you know, not guys that are gonna be drop dead gorgeous for all the ladies, not high flyers, but good on the mic and can take a hell of a beating and tell a violent story. Everybody's got to have their thing. Hold on. Hopefully, guys, we're getting, good old YouTube's being our buddy again and giving us a shit server, which we're getting used to that. Hopefully, it'll pick right back up. Lately, it has been. So if you're getting a little lag, it should pick back up, guys, hopefully. I wish I was Krillin. I'm not that cool. I'm not finished with you. Killing Roman was great. See, I didn't hate on Roman as much as other people did. He's definitely got his deficiencies, but I didn't hate on him the way a lot of people did. I think he does a lot of things well. I was actually hated when he first started. Galahad, yeah, absolutely. When he came in as Rocky Maivia, The Rock was a heel. What the hell? Where'd your comment go? I just responded to it and then it kind of disappeared. God damn it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, The Rock absolutely started out as a heel. And that Rocky Maivia was because his dad, of course, is Rocky Johnson, and his grandpa was Peter Maivia. Peter Maivia was a tough guy, too. But I go back so far. I remember watching Peter Maivia. Distinctly remember watching him wrestle. He was big in the tag team ranks. I know Stone Cold was hit by... Well, the big thing that hurt Stone Cold was that injury against Owen. And I was always really surprised that Owen did that to him. Because Owen was the ultimate professional. And when he put him up in that pile driver, I mean, it's your responsibility to realize, hey, I fucked this up. He had him way too low. There's nothing Stone Cold can do. It's up to you to take care of him. What you do at that case, he should have blown the move. He should have just pretended like he lost his footing and dropped him or something and worked their way back into that position. You don't go ahead and go through with it. He almost killed the fucking guy. I was very disappointed in Owen for that. I was shocked. I would like Owen until like the Superman punch choker. I don't mind it. It's not the greatest, certainly not the greatest move of all time, but I don't mind it. Oh, my favorite woman wrestler now, Niall. That's tough because, like I said, the history, and I go back a long way, you guys know that, the history of the WWE, WWF, the whole nine, all the way back, the women's division has never been nearly as good as it is right now. I'm going to blank on her name. Oh, you guys will help me with it. Oh, that's terrible. I'm not saying she's the best of all, but she really captured my imagination. I like the way she works a match. Right now, her current gimmick, they're all making fun of her for being old because she worked for the WWE years ago. She was gone for a while and she came back. What's her name, guys? But I always liked her. I just thought she's an excellent worker in the ring. Every gimmick they've given her, she's carried really well. Charlotte is a handsome woman. Charlotte's a hell of a wrestler. I mean, she's got the pedigree for it, but man, I had my doubts because Ric Flair's sons were abysmal. Or his one son specifically was abysmal. But Charlotte's a really, really... Mickie James. Thank you, guys. I've always liked Mickie James. She's done so much. Every single gimmick, every angle they've given... Thank you, Niall. Every angle they've given her, she's played it to perfection. And she's a hell of a worker. So I like Mickie James a lot. Trish Stratus was brilliant. Trish Stratus would be even held in higher esteem if they had more women that could keep up with her and Lita. Like if Trish and Lita were in their prime now, the women would be setting it on fire even more. Because back when Trish and Lita were the big thing, they didn't have a lot of supporting cast. Now all the girls can work. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that, Josh, and I agree with that. A lot of people didn't like how Roman's just being forced down everybody's throats, and they pushed him super, super hard. AJ Lee played her role really well too. She really did. James Ellsworth, he's playing that spot pretty funny though. He's pretty cool. I like Ellsworth. Austin, they were great. Those bits between Stone Cold and Vince will live on in the lore of wrestling forever, without a doubt. Those were great. Bob Holly, Bob Holly could work too. He's an asshole, but he could work. He is legitimately a somewhat tough guy. It's not bravado, but he takes it to extremes and everything. I mean, I'm all for, just like anybody else, you get a greener in there, I'm all for chopping them up a little bit. Because it happened to me. Should happen to everybody that's new in the business as far as I'm concerned. But Holly takes it too far. There's no reason to fucking take a chance on injuring somebody or something, or humiliating somebody. So, yeah. Bob Holly's an excellent worker, but as far as I'm concerned, my opinion, he's a fucking douchebag. Mickey took a page out of Trump's book and grabbed Trish right by the pussy. All right, I'm going piece. She did too. That's true. I'd almost forgotten about that, Toker. But Mickey's cool. Like I say, every angle they gave her, every gimmick they gave her, pulled it off to perfection. Yeah, Bob Holly's completely an ass. There's no such thing as off topic here on Booby. We can talk about anything anybody wants. You guys direct the conversations in these streams. Sabu, of course, was really limited as a wrestler. I mean, he was wild, crazy, and did some insane shit. Him I met personally, too, and he's... Yeah. In the old days of ECW, when they would do shows here locally in upstate where I'm from, the ECW guys would come down to our gym at the time where we put on our shows in Schenectady, New York, and work out there to get their workouts in. So I got to meet a bunch of them. Shane McMahon, I'll tell you though, Tracker, what Shane McMahon is good at is doing just what he's out there for, which is to make the crowd pop. I mean, and the guy will take some insane chances. You got to give him that. He is actually quite a good worker. I mean, for somebody that has all kinds of money and doesn't need to do that shit, especially Santino Marella, he was fun though, Matt. He was fun to watch. Yeah, he was wild. The Higurashi enemy. I don't remember that one. And Bathroom Break Timothy. Okay. Alexa Bliss is my WWE crush. She's gorgeous. I met her and got a hug from her. Really? Yeah, she's beautiful. Absolutely. Well, a lot of the girls are just stunningly beautiful now. But phenomenal workers. Rob Van Dam. Yeah, Rob was an excellent worker too. He came down with the old ECW guys and worked out at our gym. He was cool. He was a good guy. Tommy Dreamer was a good guy too. He was fun. Yeah, Mickie James. Mickie James is just, there's just something about her. I just think she's an overall excellent wrestler. You didn't get notified, AD? That's not surprising. Favorite sex position? Any? My favorite sex position, Band Angel, is involved. That's all I want. I want to be part of it. Outside of that, who cares? As long as I'm in. As long as I'm in. Big Show used to do a moonsault. Big Show did? Really? I'd never seen that, Psychotic Ducky. I'd never seen that one. Yeah, Project Ace. I was just playing around. It's like, okay, I want to put up something. This is just a regular old chat stream, so I thought, oh, a chat bat, because I'm not that bright. Is she? Say Thomas says Bliss is cute, but she's retarded on Twitter. I've never followed her or seen her tweet, so I don't know. Oh, favorite match from the 90s? I don't know, Renzo. Was that that was still 90s, right? Wasn't? I mean, how can you not love the Undertaker Mankind cage match? Hell in a Cell match. I'm doing good, Angel Cake. Higurashi is good. The anime is not perfect. It's based on a visual novel. With pictures, and the VN goes into a lot more depth. Anime would be good for the channel, though. Huh, cool. I don't remember that one at all. Yeah, it was Corpse Party. Yeah, that'll definitely be back tomorrow. Need an idea for tonight for cheap alcohol that will get you shit-faced quickly. I'm not a drinker, Raven Wolf. I can't help you there. I'm sure somebody can. I used to know. I actually had a lot of, at one time, not so much anymore, a lot of knowledge about alcohol because I used to work for a liquor distributor, but I never drank. I could tell you what's back then, many, many years ago, what was popular and so on and so forth, but I couldn't tell you what any of it tasted like. Hey, this black guy. I always feel funny saying that. Hey, this black guy. It seems like somebody saying, hey, hi, black guy. Let's see. I drink all the time, AD says. What is your favorite Oreo flavor? That'll help. Oh. I have still, believe it or not, Trist, it's close on the mint. I really like those mini mint ones. But to this day, as much as I like a lot of the different flavors, it's still just classic double stuff. Those are, oh. But I loved it. I think Curtis will too. Yeah, Higurashi. I don't think we really seen any of that, have we? It doesn't sound familiar. Soon you'll have seen enough Shippuden to start the official Rock Lee parody spin-off series. That's good with me. And anything to do with Naruto or Dragon Ball, I'm always in for. Jiraiya or Roshi? I guess to go with my boy Jiraiya, just because I think I've got, just from the storytelling, a little bit more of an emotional attachment to him, I think. Yeah, double stuff for the win. Well, that was the thing, Dr. Sambor, for the longest time. Actually, wasn't it a stream, Spaz Kid? Wasn't it on a stream where I ratted you out about the double stuff?
I don't remember. I think so.
I think it was. What happened one time was Spaz Kid and I were just hanging out together, and I said, listen, we wanted a snack. I said, I'll buy you fly. He goes, okay. So he walks over to us, probably, a couple of years ago, and I said, get Oreos. And he came back, and they weren't double stuff. And so immediately I came right to you guys. I came right to a stream to out him for such an egregious act. And you didn't hear the end of that for a long time, did you? He's not listening to us. I said, you didn't hear the end of that for a long time.
Yeah.
The guys ragged him pretty hard about that. Listen, it's a given. If you get sent out for fucking Oreos, it's double stuff. Why the fuck would you come back with single stuff Oreos? Rick Rude. Rick Rude was fun to watch. He's a good. Rick Rude, believe it or not, was a legit tough guy too. Rick Rude was a locker room badass. But, and I'm sure, how do I kill someone with a chair? I don't know about that, Alec, but I've come close to death from chairs a couple times. White Lightning Cider? Yahoo! That sounds like a party, Matt. Let's talk shit about Yamcha. There's an endless book. Oh, speaking of books, actually, I don't know how many of you are in here. Just so everybody knows, every single book order has been sent. So as of until 3 hours ago, every order I've got has been sent. So if you ordered a book, it is on its way. Try Swedish Fish Oreos? I never heard of those, Jimmy. I'm not a huge Swedish Fish guy. I know a lot of people. I have a friend who's a fanatic for them. I mean, I would try them, but those wouldn't take over as a favorite just because Swedish Fish are okay for me, but they're not one of my favorites. If it isn't Yamcha a dirt bike company. You love the book? Thank you, AD. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Any of you guys want to, I'll tell you this on a video as well, but as long as you're here, any of you guys who've gotten the book, especially if you enjoyed it, if you go to the welcome to Roha.com forums, if you want to write a little review about it, I'm looking for blurbs from people who, obviously for people who like the book. I'm going to be taking excerpts of blurbs and probably using it in promotion and stuff. So if you want to write doesn't have to be anything big. If you want to write a little review about it, I might use your some of what you write in promotion for the book, and possibly even on future copies of the book, I might put your blurbs on the covers. Why isn't anybody killing Yamcha? See, I don't hate on Yamcha, but I got to admit, it is fun to rag on him, though. He's not like a character I look at and go, oh, God, not Yamcha. I mean, it's sad that he's so pathetic, but it is fun to rip on him. Fuck you, Train. Indeed, I almost forgot Big Green. I get so interested in the conversation, I forget to give the Train a good fuck you. And then he got his own manga where his body was stolen by a kid. Really, Vargan? I never heard of that. Saying the N-word on TV. Yes. Yeah. Well, it wasn't just him. When Booker T said the N-word, it wasn't with Sherry and Stevie Ray as well? Because they were like... I remember when he did that, he wasn't alone. I think Sherry and Stevie Ray were with him. And they were all like, oh, shit. Curtis, weed or alcohol? Believe it or not, Joe, neither. I never had a taste for alcohol and never had a desire for weed. I think people generally use weed and or alcohol to either chill out or to allow themselves to come out, their personalities a little bit, to loosen up. I've never had an issue with that. If I get any looser, I'm just going to jail anyway. So, Hulk Hogan will come. Yeah, that was it. That was the quote. But wasn't he there? Big Green, Sherry and Stevie Ray were with him, I think, at the time, because everybody was like, did he really just say that? If you saw... hold on, Galahad's got a link. Curtis, what would you do if you saw her in your bedroom? Hold on, I got to open up. I can't open up for you guys to see. You'll have to click on it yourself. What would I do? You mean before or after the heart attack? Oh, that's my girl right there. Outside of... Saris, boy, she's my girl. Tsunade is right there. Same problem as which one of my problems, Emerald? I've got so many. Weed. AD says. Not after your first visit in jail. Yeah, right, Band Angel. Once you've been to a Turkish prison, you can't get any looser. Yeah, you're right. Tsunade or Bulma? I love Bulma, and I think she's a freak, but I gotta stick with Tsunade, Blackadder. Barely. But Bulma's got that girl next door, but a freak vibe, and I like that. But Tsunade, there's just something about her. Plus, I think, I lean towards Tsunade, too, because she's closer to my age. Much closer. I have to look it up to remember where I left off in Super when we were doing it on Riff, Cameron. I think episode 10, I believe. I can tell you what was going on. It was Goku and Beerus were still fighting, but the fight had basically evolved to where they were like just kind of testing one another because Goku had become Super Saiyan God. So it was more of like of a testing than an actual fight to the finish. Naruto women are better than DBS women. I think overall, yeah, probably AD. Probably. From Norway. Good to see you, Tommy. Is this the right time? It's always the right time here, Gabe. Which question, Jack Queen? I didn't see it. That's what I mean. Tsunade is really close to my age, Tristan. So I think that's part of the appeal too, because it's so unusual to see a hot chick and certainly an anime that's close to my age. Yamcha's pretty useful in something on Super. Urza's very hot. Sheep's the spaz boy in training. Oh yeah, Urza is wildly hot. Ravenwolf. We just watched one of her videos the other day. Yes, she is insanely hot. That was the one where she was in the Santa Claus outfit. Maya. Ha! I wish, AD. Norway equals Vikings. Makes me want to actually. You're nuts without weed and alcohol. Emerald's our sweetheart here. She's with us every day. Emerald and of course Poppy, my favorite ginger. More like Bor Ragnarok. I'd fuck Blue Eyes White Dragon, Steven says. Devil May Cry? I don't know if Spice Kid ever played any Devil May Cry or not. I haven't yet. You're from a town called Norway? Really? I started watching after the History of Japan video and started watching after the arc called The Great Nerd. Oh, thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. That History of Japan was hilarious. The History of the World was funny, too, but I didn't get to post it because I was watching videos with some friends, and oh, you got to watch this, you got to watch it. So we all watched it together, and I don't like posting a video that's supposed to be a reaction video when I already saw it. That guy is brilliant. I love the way he puts together videos. Steve Blackman? Yeah, he was horrific on the mic. Good martial artist. Phenomenal martial artist, but really average wrestler. I've been playing Uncharted Waters online. Can someone tell me why the Swedes keep sinking my ship? Do the Swedes hate the Dutch? Goddamn Swedes. always up there pretend to be all neutral and shit, then they sink your ship. We might get a little bit of lag here, guys. We're getting some YouTube idiocy again. Your best Stone Cold impressions? I can't do impressions hardly at all anymore. I used to have a few, but for some reason I've just lost my voices. I was telling you guys, I used to be, like when I was doing stand-up full-time, I used to be fairly good at doing dialects and stuff like that, and I've lost that too. Black Man Angry at we did Black Man Angry at McDonald's, AD, right? Didn't we? We did KFC. Wasn't it KFC and McDonald's we did? Yeah. Yep. Oh, Walmart. Okay. I want to do some more of those Black Man Angry. I think that kid's hilarious. I think it's funny as hell. It's too bad that his channel seems to be going down. Does anybody know why? What happened that his channel's... I mean, it's not dead, but it's certainly on the downturn. He doesn't get nearly the amount of views you would expect for having that many subscribers. And I think he's hysterical. I can't figure out why his current videos don't do well. Your question isn't coming up on the stream. A couple of people, Jack Queen, have been saying that they're posting stuff and all of it wasn't going up. Who knows with YouTube fuckery? My people do not steal boats, Fergan says. Somebody's there to stand up for Sweden. Who's the most famous person you worked? Thunder Liger? Justine Liger? Very cool. I worked Sergeant Slaughter. Jimmy Snuka is my favorite guy of the old school guys that I worked, that I had a good time with. Tito Santana. Bunch of the old school guys. Jimmy is fun. Fuck, marry, kill. Nami, Bulma, police girl. No, there's just no way. That's just got to be fuck. It's there's no. I don't want any of them dead. I can't do it. Pete Dunne. I'm pretty sure Licks got a taste of that already. Oh, I didn't see what they got a taste of, Emerald, but Licks and Band Angel got a taste of it. What do you guys get a taste of? A month since Angry Grandpa passed away. I know, that was sad. That was sad. Poor old Angry Grandpa. Actually, I was wondering why I see the Black Man Hates Sky, but then it hit me. He also did a video called Black Man Loves Pokemon. Oh, did he really? Oh, that's cool. Jake the Snake Roberts, he was a good worker. A decent worker. Again, another guy with so many substance abuse problems kind of ruined his career, but he was fun to watch. He was a good worker. Kill Bulma, marry Nami, fuck the other. Alistair Black? Jerry, I don't know who that is. I'm not familiar with that name. I dated Rapunzel a while back. It was a hairy situation. Exactly what you think. So, what are you telling me? That hair that you get to climb up to the top of the castle in might have been... Oh. Seems like that would be painful. But as long as she's willing, what the hell? Hey, here's a question for you guys, completely off topic. Did you guys see the whole thing with Aziz Ansari and this chick that was claiming that he treated her poorly, or that he was basically, well, I don't know how you'd call it, molesting her or sexually assaulting her? Did any of you guys read that? That was one of the most amazing things I ever read. Think that somebody came out with that, told that story, and thought that he did something wrong. Ino and Tenten are even more useless than Yamcha. You think so? I haven't. Of course, I don't know the entirety of Naruto yet, but yeah, they haven't done a lot. I'll give you that. Stiffest bump I ever took? Oh God, there's been so many over the years. I remember getting backdropped out of the ring during a battle royal, and we didn't have any mats on the floor, on a hardwood floor. That one was pretty stiff. So I don't even check into them too deep. If you get a chance, read the article on that. You won't believe it. This girl, he pointed to his dick and she gave him a blowjob, was sitting around naked with him, but her whole stance was she was giving him unspoken signals that she wasn't really comfortable. You have to read it to believe it. And there are people actually supporting her, saying, oh, and to me, that just takes away from people who actually have been molested or treated inappropriately in a sexual fashion at all. It's amazing if you read it. You won't believe that this crazy bitch thought that he did something wrong. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Aziz Ansari either, Ivory. I don't even think his comedy's all that funny, but he's getting shafted there. Who even is 1010? Do I know D-Way? No, I don't think I do know D-Way. Everyone has their mother got a Roddy Piper story. Even I do. He punched me in the balls in an indie show in London. Really? It's funny you bring him up, Sheeps. I just missed when years ago, Roddy and I started out about the same time. Well, he was a couple years before me. He worked in the Pacific Northwest for, oh my God, his name's gone on my head now. Oh, he's still in the business. He was working with Jack Swagger. He was managing him, the guy with the big mustache, the big long mustache. What's his name, you guys? Dutch Mantel, but that's not the gimmick name. But Roddy was working for Dutch Mantel in the Pacific Northwest. I went up to work in the Pacific Northwest for a short time, and Roddy had just left. He went down to San Francisco, so we just missed each other. So no, I didn't get to work with him. That was back in the old days when he was skinny. When he started out, he was still getting a lot of push because he was still an excellent wrestler, but wow, was he skinny. Zeb Coulter, yeah, D Major. Yep, Zeb Coulter, that's what I was trying to think of. But Zeb, back then, like I say, he was under a different name, of course, but he used to be the booker in the Pacific Northwest. Paige said she was uncomfortable with writing BBC. Yeah, exactly, Lord. She could have come out after that video hit and said, well, I was uncomfortable about that the whole time, so they're at fault. Paige moved up several notches in my book after those videos came out. I was like, yeah, this is the kind of girl I want around. But I'm going to tell you how to watch, tell you to watch Higurashi every day from now on. Well, the thing is, Ben, we have so many series on the list that people want us to watch, and I have so much figuring out to do on how I could go about watching them. A lot of it would just be with a face cam and a timer in the corner, because again, otherwise we're just going to have copyright challenge after copyright challenge. Brock Lesnar is fun to watch. He really is, Joey. I mean, the thing I'll give to Brock, and he's only working wrestling part-time, and he gets a lot of heat for that and stuff, but the guy puts everything into his matches. I mean, he doesn't hold anything back. He puts his body out there. He sells really well for a big guy and a guy with tons of push. Watch when he's on the receiving end. I mean, he sells the shit out of things for people. Yes, I did. I saw Roddy's movie They Live ages ago. I don't remember a lot of it, but when it first came out, I saw it. Yeah, he was good in it. I remember that. I liked him. When did I start wrestling? First broke in 80 or 81. Let's see. I just turned 19, so it would have been 80. Shooting Star Presso. Well, I think that's why he did it, because big guys generally don't do that, Big Green. I think that's exactly why. He is a hell of an athlete, Brock. He's a freak athlete. Isn't real wrestling. I love that episode of South Park. It's not real wrestling. And my career, Big Van Vader. Oh, I had something similar happen. Didn't injure me to that degree, of course, sheeps, but was Hillbilly Cousin Luke hit me with one of his splashes way after he was in any kind of shape. He couldn't even do it. He couldn't jump anymore. He would just fall against the ropes and he'd lean over and he'd land on you. Didn't catch himself at all. All his weight on me. It's like, you fat fuck. Yeah, that hurt. Brock does. You're right, Niall. He says Brock brings a big fight feel. He does, and he's a good worker. I mean, he's a good athlete, and again, he puts his guys over well. He's fun to watch. He works the shit out of his matches. You can't fault him. Galahad's got another link. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna check this out. Like I said, I can't show these on the stream, but you guys can click his link if you so dare. Oh my! Now that's real wrestling right there. The link Galahad just gave, that's real wrestling. Bam Bam Bigelow was very agile in his day for a big guy. Absolutely he was. Yeah, excellent abilities, athletic abilities. Yeah, he used to do a moonsault. Bam Bam. Not when I just the first time it was bullshit. Yeah, but Brock he's a lot of fun to watch. He really is. Ooh, back to the full Dragon Ball series. I don't know, Pac. Again, we got so many things on our plate. What as you know, what I want to do is watch the original Dragon Ball, but it would have to be. I've seen Payne Rockley. He hasn't been officially introduced in the series part I've seen, but I know who he is from our conversation, so I've seen him. As far as the original Dragon Ball, that's another one we'd have to do with just face cam. With me watching the episode and put a timer in the corner so you guys can sync it up. Goldberg's WCW days were fun. I mean, Goldberg's not a world-class wrestler or world-class worker by any stretch, but he made it fun. He did. He played that character well. He ran with it well. He made, again, wrestling should be fun. He made it fun. DBS, that's another one that'll have to be done the same way, just like we used to on Riff with just a face cam and timer. I got a lot of things I want to watch. You must have Ebola to know the way. Yeah, Goldberg was fun. He did a good job with that whole gimmick. Your grandpa was an indie wrestler, 60s, mid-80s. Oh, Giant Baba. Yeah, Gene Kiniski. I loved him. Antonio Inoki. Even got. Oh, really? He worked San Martino. San Martino was my boy. That was one of the highlights of my life when I finally got to meet Bruno. I got to meet him at a show, and one of those rare occasions where you have somebody that's a childhood idol, and then when you meet them, they're even more of a great person than you had hoped they would be. Just an absolute gentleman in every sense of the word. Just Class guy. No, Rift TV fucked itself. It's gone now. Do Minecraft videos. We have a Minecraft server. I haven't been over to it in ages. I gotta go back on it and float around a little bit. I just haven't had any time. Oh wait, Yamcha is gay. Dun dun dun. Let's see. WWE, WWF, and WCW. Yep, those are the big ones. Put guys over Brock Berry's. Puts guys over. No, I disagree with you. Brock, when Brock is called on to put people over, he puts people over. He actually, I've always been impressed by how good a job of it he does. Brock will tell you, Brock's in the business for the money. If the money is there, if it makes more monetary sense for Brock to put somebody over, for him to lose, Brock Lesnar has no issue with that. He's proven that over and over. Hedon or Dracula? Hedon. Hedon's way funnier than Dracula. I don't know if I watched Boruto or not. If I did, it would be on my own, because I don't want to, even though it's still fair use, I don't want to react to a series that is current in the same way I'm doing Naruto. So I don't know. I don't know for sure if I'll continue watching Boruto or not. Screw the rules. I have money. Think about the woken, broken Matt Hardy gimmick. I think it's kind of good. I see why it takes off, and I'm glad for Matt Hardy. I'm glad it took off for him. It's not particularly my cup of tea, but that's the same thing with any type of entertainment. You know, some people really like it, others not so much. It's okay. My grandfather died. He was buried home. A picture of him and San Martino. Very cool. Wow, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Bruno's just a great guy. Just a great guy. Okay, Galahad's got another link. Hold on, guys. Let me take a peek. Let me take a peek. In new window, not tab. That'll show up. Well, yeah, there you go. Work it, Vegeta. That's our boy Vegeta. Triple not H. Woken Broken. Yeah, it is kind of a ridiculous gimmick, but I can see why it takes off. It's fun to watch, and he plays it well. Again, it's not necessarily my specific thing, but everybody's got different tastes. I see why it works. I play all kinds of games, Dark Coop, but not well. Right now we're playing scary games just because the gang here got me to play Doki Doki, and that was so much fun. I just wanted something similar to it, so then they said, well, we got to do Corpse Party, so that's how I got into that. But I do want to play, eventually, I do want to get back and play the second Walking Dead, because the first one was an absolute blast. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this is a bit, but pain is ginger that has no soul. Naruto videos? Oh, I don't know, guys. How long ago did we start Naruto? A few months? Screw the rules. I have a loot crate. Well played, Vargan. I pray to the pee bucket every day. No, actually, Tom, surprisingly, I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. It's not that I dislike it. I've just never really gotten into it. And that is right up my alley for entertainment. And it's one of those things, again, it's just a time constraint thing. Because it absolutely looks fascinating to me. Absolutely does. And I just never get around to watching it. But that's exactly my type of entertainment. I just gotta find the time to do it. Well, what we're doing, Rock Lee, is rather, because I got thinking of this last night, rather than do the political streams per se, I'm going to do streams like this where we can talk about everything and just let them go where they want. Now today, it's taken off on it's taken off towards wrestling, but I'll guarantee you we'll have days where it takes off towards politics. But there are no. I'd rather just sit down and say, okay, let's talk about what you guys want to talk about, and let it go wherever it wants. But politics. Absolutely. Politics should be right up there at the top with everything else. You want to be up my alley, fanatic? Well, anything can be arranged. You couldn't get into Game of Thrones? It's the wrong type of gritty. Vinland Saga is similar in theme, and I like it. Vinland Saga? I've never heard of that one, Hi. Never heard of that. At some point, I need to watch One Piece Greeks. Again, I don't know that I can do it on the channel. But I just from watching the clips, I'm so fascinated with it now. I need to watch that at some point. I haven't finished Death Note. I left off right where Riff dropped us off. That's another one that I want to get back to. No, actually, Abdi. Did I say it right? Abdi? I don't think John Cena is overrated. I'm one of the people that I never got all the hate for John Cena. I mean, is he the best worker in the world? No. Does he work well within his gimmick? Perfectly. I think he plays his gimmick extremely well. I think he's excellent on the mic, and I think he's great for the business. I'm a big supporter of John Cena. I think I have heard of Vinland Saga. Why am I Well, I was going to ask you, why am I forgetting it then? Why can't I... Vinland Saga. It's not ringing a bell for me. Well, that's not surprising. Hi. Goodness, do I like ECW? I was telling the gang earlier, yeah, the ECW guys used to come work out in our gym when they were here in upstate New York, when they wanted to get workouts in. So I got to meet most of them. So sure, absolutely, I enjoyed those guys. If I could have one jutsu from Naruto, Sexy no Jutsu, of course. I don't know, one jutsu. I haven't seen all of them yet. I have to think about that one. Cena, I agree, Niall. I'm a big supporter of John Cena. I think he's a fantastic worker. My grandfather was a stiff puncher. He clocked Bruno in the neck during their bout and journey. So Bruno, being the superhuman he is, deadlifted my 6'2", 240-pound grandpa's over the top rope. Yeah. Bruno was a hooker, and in wrestling business that means he could hook you up. In other words, he'd kick your ass. Bruno's a legit tough guy. Oh yeah, okay. I apologize. Yeah, and I did. I still haven't finished, but I did start reading it. But again, you guys know how titles and characters just blow out of my mind. Yes, now I know what you're talking about. Yes, and I did start reading that. Just that I completely blanked on the title. As a matter of fact, I just saw it the other day because I have it set up. I have a dresser in the back here, and I got a couple books set up there of things that are things I want to read, and that's on top. But as you can see, the title went completely out of my head. Was there a missile that hit Detroit? Detroit looks like a missile hit it, but as far as I know, no. Trust me, not Choji's body expansion. Ooh, I forgot about that one, Joe Fox. I like Choji's body expansion jutsu. I forgot all about that one. Mr. Shank says, does Hogan still wrestle? No, he hasn't been really working any shows. He's beat. His knees are shit, and let's face it, Hulk Hogan was never a good in-ring worker to begin with. He was just a great performer. I'm anxious to get to know Pain. Completely anxious to get to know him. What do you call Mexican dyke? Bean flicker. Jeez. Yoshi's Island. That sounds familiar. I don't remember if I ever played that or maybe Spaz Kid did or something. I know it's familiar. He's out. Spaz Kid's still not feeling good. He fell asleep right in his chair. Penis expansion no jutsu. Now we're talking. Again, AD, as far as to react to something new, I've got so many things on file, on backup right now, I don't know when I would get to something new. Yeah, we're going to react to those vids I sent over on Patreon. I just saw them, you're talking about the, yeah, I know what they're called too, the characters. It's got all the different gaming characters. Isn't that terrible? God damn, I hate how this goes. I'll tell you what they are in just a second because I got them right here on my list. Yeah, they were right here on my list. Oh, there. If video games had texting, that's what it was. As soon as I can see what's happened is because of doing the streams, as you guys have seen, the streams have taken place of a lot of the second reaction videos I do per day. So now I've still got a lot of reaction videos on hand to upload, so put everything else way behind. I absolutely want to watch them. The video games watch. If video games had texting videos, yes, I absolutely still do want to try and get to them. But everything's moved back because, and today will be the same thing. This video will go up as a second video today, which doesn't leave me time to do a second reaction video. Franbo, I have to remember that, Michael, because I looked that up. I remember that name. Now I have to re-look things back up to remember what the deal was on it. Oh yes, I do. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, that looked weird. Yeah, Franbo looks really weird. The only thing is, what happened was the other day when we were talking about what games to play, everybody wanted after Corpse Party. They wanted Danganronpa, and everybody's talking about Undertale. Now, what would you guys do? Are any of you guys, other than Michael, familiar with Franbo? Because that looks really creepy weird. Would you think that Franbo might be better than Undertale? I'm just curious. Ever play Rape Simulator? Is that actually a thing, Big Mac? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I played it in real life. It wasn't a simulator. You know, I was in prison. No, I'm kidding. Oh, no problem, D. Yeah, like I say, I always like John Cena. I think John Cena is a phenomenal worker. Yeah, Spezkid's not feeling well at all. If Kabuto fought Hidan, Hidan easily. Like I say, I grew to really like Hidan. By the time he was snuffed out of there, I was really liking him. That's an easy one. Definitely Hidan. I'd love to see Hidan give Kabuto a slice and then take a lick of that blood. Franbo is interesting. Undertale is better. Franbo is pretty fucked up from what I've heard. I've heard of Franbo, never seen anything from it though. It looked pretty cool. Michael's been telling me about it, and so I looked up. I watched a little bit of a YouTube video on it, and then read about it on Steam. It looks pretty freaking weird. Oh, Simi and Eevee? Those are fun days, Greeks. Think Undertale will chew me up and spit me out? I'm anxious for that. I can't control my body. That was awesome. Wow, that just made me laugh so goddamn hard. And poor Kakazu running backwards as fast as he can. Like, what the fuck? Naked Woman Simulator? I would like to play that one, AD. Vegeta's relevant in Super again? Yeah, somebody else was saying something about that SMC, bro. Somebody just the other day, somebody was telling me how they're. Oh, and Spazkid said something about it too, because Vegeta's his favorite character from Dragon Ball, and Spazkid. The hell, my dog's going nuts. Spazkid was just saying the other day how he's glad that Vegeta's finally getting some love in the series again. What the hell? Bear, what are you doing? You lost your mind. What are you running around? She's just spastically running around in circles for no apparent reason. You want to say hi to everybody? Huh? Over here. Camera's here. What? Why are you running around like a spaz? Huh? Why are you running around like a spaz? Huh, baby girl? What? Okay, you want me to let you down so you can go run around like a spaz. Okay. I'll get you some treats when we go downstairs. Yeah, she's my little sweetie. That's Fiona. She's the Texan. The Mexican's asleep on Spazkid's lap. Yeah, yes. Tom says your dog found the way. Yeah, she's the for those of you who don't know, the Mexican, we call her the Mexican because she's a Chihuahua. It's a Mexican breed, and the Texan is because she's a rescue dog from Texas. So we got the Southwest covered. Yeah, she's a good dog, Fiona. She was in trouble yesterday. Got in the garbage. She gets so sad too because when they do something wrong, when they get punished, they have to sit in their crate. And so Spazkid was home from school yesterday because he wasn't feeling well. So Fiona got stuck in the crate, and Maya, the Mexican, was still allowed to be out. So the crate is in Spazkid's room. So Spazkid's sitting there playing with Maya on his bed, and Fiona's just sitting in the crate going, God damn it, I hate being in trouble. She was like so depressed all day yesterday. Yes, our dog knows the way. Am I German? No, OG, I don't have... As a matter of fact, Spazkid was just doing our heritage for a school project, and we don't have any German at all that we know of. Oh, thanks, Diamantis. Oh, cool, Tristan, you got the book? Yes. And I'll say it again, just for anybody that wasn't here earlier. As you guys that order the book, as you get them, if you want to write even... Doesn't have to be a formal review, but if you want to write any type of blurb, any type of review, there's a section for it on the message board at welcometoroha.com. Go ahead and write it in there because I'm looking for snippets of reviews I can take for promotion of the book, and also to, like in future episodes or in future books, to put some of the snippets of comments of reviews on the back cover and stuff. So if you enjoy it and you want to write, again, it doesn't have to be anything formal. It can be a couple sentences if you want. But there is a section just for that. You'll see it on the message boards at Welcome to Roja. I know. All I need is the dots, and I could easily be Krillin older. And Krillin would be so depressed if this was his future. My big blue eyes, my big eyes are the left one is wildly red right now. I don't know what the hell happened there. Because I told you guys before, I always have my eyes are bloodshot a lot, but that's, again, I don't sleep much. So, and I record in the morning, so they're always looking bloodshot. But today, I went to edit the video I recorded this morning. There's this big red blotch in my eye. I was like, oh, that can't be good. And now I'm watching it every day. I think for the hilarious one. Well, thank you, AA. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Watching after. Oh, I'm sorry. That went by too fast, 80. I didn't see what you said. Are you planning on... Oh, what am I planning on watching after Naruto? What I'll do is, as we get close to the end of Shippuden, I'll make a video like I've done in the past and ask you guys for what you would like to see us watch it within the framework of the videos that I can watch in a series. And then, I'll watch those comments and see what gets the most thumbs up. That's how we ended up watching Naruto. So that's probably what we'll do then. I accidentally dipped my balls in gasoline, now they're on fire. I hate that. I hate when that happens. It's surprising how often that happens. I was going to ask if the eye thing was due to an autofellatio accident, but I know it can't reach that far. You are correct, Eye. Not even close. I don't know why she snapped, Steven. She just, all of a sudden, I turned around, she's just like running in spastic circles around the floor. I'm not sure what was up there. Not at this point. We won't be watching Boruto on the channel, Ivory. That's still a current series, so yeah, we won't be doing that one on the channel. Not like I say, not at this point anyway. I still got on Naruto even after it finishes. Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying too. Brightness between the movies and all the filler I skipped and everything. Yeah, Jacob said this earlier. I am super fucking high. I've told you guys throughout the years of the channel, some of the best comments I've seen in the comment section have been those that are self-described high or drunk comments. She was smelling her ass. Oh, that's not a surprise, Joe. She does weirder things than that. She is indeed the spastic dog. Well, thanks, Steven. Yeah, she's my little sweetie. Yes, I have heard of some of Joe G's serious music. He's a talented musician. Apparently, that's a combination of musician and magician. He's a talented musician as well as a wildly talented sketch comedian. No, I haven't seen the original Attack on Titan. I've just seen the abridged. I've just seen Slap on Titan. Excuse me. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. That was an awesome moment too, Ravenwolf. That cracked me right up. Mr. Popo up there, creepy enough as it is. I swear to drunk I'm not, Kami. I'm so high on cocaine, AD says. Now that escalated it. Fucking that. Oh, hold on. Emerald says, Curtis, fucking poser, Diamond Octopus said I'm bad, but you love me. So fuck off. Yes, I do love you, Emerald. You are correct. Absolutely. I hear it's funny, Eternal. I have a lot of people saying that Attack on Titan is just awesome. You get a lot of people too that just, for whatever reason, just don't like it. I'm interested in it just because I really liked the abridged. I liked Slap on Titan. That was a blast. I'm just very high on cocaine. I'm not Popo. Spit on the poser. All hail Emerald Octo Queen. Taiwan would one day Naruto. Well, no, I'm not going to be going one day Naruto and then one day something else. We're too deep into doing Naruto right now. The original Bleach I can't watch the same way I do Naruto again. Otherwise, because I know the production company, how they do things, will just be constantly battling copyright strikes. They'll strike it, I'll appeal it. They'll strike it, I'll appeal it. You want to do terrible things to who, Xbox? And terrible is subjective, of course. Excuse me. The non-abridged Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I haven't, Robster. I've only watched the abridged. My favorite Final Fantasy game was 10. Bleach is terrible. See, a lot of people say, I get a lot of people that really like it, and a lot of people say Bleach is terrible. I am the Queen Freaky Fanatic, and I know D-Way. No, I don't. Oh, it's your birthday, Stewie? Happy birthday, pal. Very cool. You are now balls deep in Naruto, and soon you will know pain. Yeah. Pain in the balls. Yeah. I don't know D-Way, Sammy. There's no point watching Unabridged Yu-Gi-Oh! Too much card game. Children's card games. Should play the Naruto video games. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Levon? I wouldn't mind doing that at all. I like, now that getting to know the characters, that would be fun. Just press that red down his head and he'll turn off. Oh, Sean. Oh, that's brutal. Oh. Favorite video game ever? Oh, boy. Again, that's tough when you talk favorite ever. The favorite playthrough game I can give you. The favorite game that I played through would be, though, Walking Dead 1. But as far as favorite video games, there are Call of Duty versions that I love. I love GTA, specifically San Andreas, and 5. There's just so many that I enjoy playing. But the one, as far as just a game that you do on a straight playthrough, it would be the first Walking Dead. Tide Pods, more like Die Pods. Yeah. What the hell's up with that? Why? Where did people all of a sudden decide that was a good idea, the Tide Pods things? Yeah, COD, I completely, it derailed for me with, not this latest version. We actually bought the latest one. It's not bad. They went back to the basics, and I enjoy it. I just don't have a lot of time to play it. But the two prior were abysmal. They were terrible. They just ruined the, fucking train. They ruined the franchise with those two, I believe. 9 is my favorite. I didn't play 9. I only played Final Fantasy here or there, so I never got to play 9. I would get combined Shadow Clone and Sexy Juiceless so I could fuck it in the ass. Shadow Clone and Sexy. I've tried to... Jacob's very high, remember, guys. Have you ever tried to suck your own dick? There wouldn't even be an attempt for me. I can barely do a sit-up. My Hero Academia. We've watched some clips of that on streams, and yeah, most of the kills. That seems like a really fun series. Why do Jews have big noses? Because air is free. Jack Queen. The glorious name of Tide Pod Chan. What do you think about Itachi? Is he a good brother? Actually, he was a much better brother than son, I think. Fuck, marry, kill McConnell, Schumer, and Trump. Definitely don't want to fuck or marry either one of them, but that third option... It comes to mind a lot for all of them at different times. Would you Shadow Clone choose to fuck yourself? Oh, Boogie's getting a divorce? Oh, that's too bad, and I didn't know that. That's a shame. He doesn't Boogie. I watched some of his videos, not enough to really know him in depth, but doesn't he deal with depression as well anyway? Oh, that's gonna suck if that's the case. They're still completely surprised by the Hollow Earth thing. It's scary. I mean, just again, like we were talking yesterday, just like the Flat Earth Society, it's frightening that those people are around, and I just, words escape me. The picture only needs one nail. Ah, Joe. Oh, he does have depression. I thought it's a luminary. Well, that's going to be a lot for him to handle then if he's getting a divorce. Oh, shit. End up hating Kabuto more and more? Yeah, that hatred level I have for him is up there right now, let me tell you. The Bitcoin stocks going down in Naruto. And the Bitcoin stocks, again, it's not surprising with that meteoric rise. It had something like that. The bottom had to fall out eventually. Oh, guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get going. I just looked at the time. My wife will be heading home soon, and we like to, as you guys know, we like to have dinner together and everything. This was fun. We're going to do more and more of these. We'll still do our reaction video streams, despite YouTube saying, oh, we're going to block you. But we'll still do our reaction video streams, but we're going to do more and more of these as well. And again, rather than political streams, this is what they'll be now. We'll just be doing streams where you can talk about anything. If everybody wants to take it in a political direction, that's fine. Today it went a lot of wrestling, a lot of anime, wherever you guys want to talk about. We're going to do a lot of these just because I love them. These are fun. These all these streams make my day. This is the best part of YouTube for me now is the live stream. Well, I also enjoy Naruto a lot, but is the live streaming. So thank you guys for the chat. This was a lot of fun. We'll be doing a lot of this more tomorrow. We'll probably, as long as I get time to do a second stream, it will be we'll play a little more Corpse Party, but then we'll be right back again. When we get a second stream, we'll be doing one of these just wide open chats. Yeah, Corpse Party tomorrow. But yeah, I'm anxious for Pain. I've been Pain and learning more about Itachi are two of my favorite things in the offing in the series right now. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. And Pomfu will bang. Okay. This is my will bang face. No?